Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we go to the town of Calistoga in Napa Valley so we can check out the Castello di Amorosa. The Castello di Amorosa, or the Castle of Love, is a gorgeous and authentically styled 13th century Tuscan castle winery, which honors the fourth generation winemaker and owner Dario Sattui, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, super sorry, but his Italian heritage. And this place is absolutely stunning. It has breathtaking views and the authenticity is unbelievable. You really feel like you're in a different time period. And on the property, you can find a moat, drawbridge, 5 towers, courtyards, a chapel, stables, armory, and even a torture chamber. In total, there's 107 rooms. During Dario Sattui's travels through Europe, he fell in love with 3 different castles, which would ultimately help create this amazing place that we get to visit in Napa Valley. These 3 castles had different architectural styles as well, which is evident when touring the Castle of Love. The construction of this castle took 15 years and was finally opened to the public on April 7th, 2007. There are a bunch of tours that are available, which include wine tasting and such, so definitely check this out if you're in the area or planning a trip over here. The tour we took walked us through some really interesting rooms that included some original pieces that were brought over from Italy and other places in Europe, like this fireplace that still works and is used during events at the castle. Then our tour guide, Audi, who was amazing, by the way, took us through the fermentation room and explained the process, which begins with these giant tanks that are actually made of Italian steel. They're welded and made over there and shipped here. And well, I'll let him explain the rest.
Why do we go so far into the country for these tanks? Because of the technology behind these tanks, everyone. Per jacket, we could change the ratios, the temperatures of the jackets. Right now, the top 2 are at 29.9 and the bottom one is at 30.0. We can mix and match these ratios. It's cold right now because we're stopping the fermentation process. Heat triggers the yeast, start attacking the sugar. The cold stops the yeast from attacking the sugar. That's how we stop it, and then we go to the bottle after this. This is a Riesling right now, one of our sweet wines. We also have Pinot Grigio, Vermentino, Pinot Bianco, and a Cabernet Sauvignon as well. All of our wines are made here. In this room, the open air room, or even outside as well, everyone. All of our production happens right here, you guys. It's gonna separate the berries from the stems for us. Once that process is done, then we get the juice, and that's what these 2 machines here do. They'll grab that bin, bring it over here, put it in the very top of that funnel, and fill the grapes down inside. Now these machines can do 10 tons of grapes by the hour, and that's where we get all the juice. Inside that cylinder, there is a massive canvas airbag, and it expands, and it gives it 21 pounds of pressure, and it squeezes gently all the juice out of those grapes. All the juice is gonna come water falling down right there, just spilling out into that metal bin. There's a little spout attached to that little box there, that's gonna have a hose, and that hose is gonna feed into a tank. All the juice is gonna go inside the tank, but also all the skins too, everybody. The skins give us color, they give us characteristics, tannins, it all comes from the skins, everybody. Once we get everything inside that tank, this is where we introduce our cultivated yeast. We then turn up the heat on those jackets. The heat then triggers the yeast, start attacking all the sugars and the juice and the skins, and now we've started our fermentation process, everyone, okay? All of you have this knowledge, you're all now winemakers, guys. Be happy.
As you go on with the tour, you are shown some really cool underground rooms that are actual wine cellars. There's also rooms where they store these crazy huge bottles that just sit for years waiting for the perfect moment to be opened. And even the owner's like personal stash is down there. My two favorite rooms, though, that we got to see on this tour were the Armory and the torture chamber. Naturally, right? While neither of these rooms have anything to do with wine, they have everything to do with the castle and just shows how authentic Dario really wanted to be. In the Armory, all of the weapons are replicas, but you can find a few authentic pieces like these helmets and chainmail that's there. And there is a well in the armor room that connects to the torture chamber downstairs. The torture chamber is also made up of replicas, but does house one authentic piece, being the Iron Maiden device, which dates back to Germany's 16th century. The replicas consist of torture rack, beheading devices, cranium crusher, a throne of thorns, and just other crazy things. After having our minds blown, it was time for some wine tasting. So our tour guide, Audi, shows us how to do this tasting in 3 different parts. So here, just watch.
Now, the 2018 was a very successful harvest here, not just for us, but for the entire valley, everyone. It was a little cooler with this growing season. And with that, we're allowed to let the grapes hang on the vine longer. And when you let that happen, you let more sunlight hit the leaves. And what does the leaves do? They transfer the energy from the sun into the grapes, raising the Brix measurement. That is sugar, everyone. You get more sugar, you get more what? Alcohol, you guys. Yes. So it's going to be very bold, but it's really well structured, you guys. It's very well balanced. It's not boozy at all. You can do this with or without food, everyone. One, we're gonna hold it by the stem, okay? Now, reason being is you don't want the heat from the palm of your hand to alter the taste of wine. So that's what we hold like so. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open this wine up. Move it around the bouquet, guys. Let it breathe right now. Right now, we're gonna release the lovely aromatics coming off of the cap sap, okay? 80% of this tasting is going to be done with your nose. Your nose is what senses everything with food or wine or any spirit at all. Hold it to the side like so. 3 different tiers of aroma are going to come off this Cabernet. Those light cherry notes, vibrant notes are at the very top. Towards the middle, they're going to sharpen up a bit, but at the very bottom is you're going to get that smell of alcohol, the glycol phenol molecule. Remember, guys, alcohol is heavier than oxygen, so it always goes to the bottom of the glass. So as you smell at the very top, work your way down. It's going to kind of sting the inside of your nostril, everybody. That's the booze saying hello. Yes, we smell that, I know. Now on this first taste, we're going to do something pretty basic. What I want you to do is take in some wine, hold it in your mouth, and suck in some air slowly. Just a nice little, okay? Move it forward, a little acidic. Not too dry towards the back, guys. This next one we're going to do is called Lilting, everybody. Everyone always asks, what are tannins? What do they do? What do they taste like? What is the purpose of a tannin? Right now, we're going to figure it out. We're going to bring it forward, you guys. What I want you to do now is take in some wine and hit it like mouthwash. It's a silly tactic, but trust me, it's going to be very observant once we do it.
That's so weird.
Now the tannins, they love the back of your lip. Do you feel that? That dryness? Yes, I know Sienna does. Now what we just did right now is we forced the tannin enzyme to latch. They look like a little long hook underneath the microscope. And right now we force it to grip all over your mouth. And then when you swallowed the wine, it created a drag. That drag created that dry sensation on your mouth. And that's why Cabernet Sauvignon is referred to as a dry wine, you guys, because of the tannins. Cabernet has very, very thick skins. And guess where the tannins are, everybody? In the skins of the grape. So the thicker that grape skin is, the more tannic it's going to be, the more dry it's going to feel on your palate, everybody, okay? Now we're working up to this last taste. This last taste, everybody, is what we're looking for here. On this last taste, what I want you to do is just go ahead and finish it, okay?
Okay.
But notice the difference. No spice.
Ooh.
No dryness, really forward, good cherry notes, soft finish, you guys.
Smooth.
Smooth, yes. I hate using the word smooth, but yes, it's easy to enjoy. And that's what we're hoping this wine's gonna turn out to after we bottle it, you guys, okay?
After this initial tasting, you're then brought to a different room where you get a menu to be able to taste the rest of the wines the winery grows there. And for me, I like light and sweet wines, so my favorite was La Fantasia, which this castle winery is actually famous for. And we ended up taking 3 bottles with us. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend it, but it is all of the wines here you can only buy on the property. They're not sold anywhere else. So that completes this video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed going to Napa Valley with me. If you did, please like this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Happy New Year's, everyone.